Blitz.
Hello everyone, this is Mike with Bet Blitz. Welcome back to your source for daily sports picks. Today's a new day and we are looking to set you up with a few of some of the best picks on both PrizePicks as well as Underdog. If you're new to the channel, take a moment to subscribe and turn on your post notifications so that you can have early access to our picks as soon as we post and before the lines get bumped. Also, take a moment and hit the like button. We do have a like goal for this video, and if this video gets above 200 likes, we'll be dropping bonus picks in our next video, so take a moment and hit that like button. And at the end of this video, let us know down in the comment section below which of these picks you will be taking, as well as the ones you won't, and any other lines that you think have a great chance of hitting. And if the picks in this video aren't enough for you and you'd like access to even more picks, click our link in the description below to gain access to the outlet. These guys are the premier sports betting community, and right now you can gain access to them for 15% off when you use code BLITZ. These guys will get you right, so go give them a look. Today we will be getting into the NBA's Thursday night matchup for Game 1 of the NBA Finals between the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Indiana Pacers. So again, take a moment and hit that like button. Again, if this video gets above 200 likes, we'll be dropping bonus picks in our next video. For our first pick, we'll be under the 3-pointers made tab, and this time we'll be selecting Shai Gilgeous-Alexander for more than 1.5 3-pointers made. Taking a quick look here on Outlier, and by the way, if you'd like to try Outlier for yourself, click our link in the description below to gain a free 7-day trial. We see that this Align SGA has exceeded in 5 of his last 10 games, including in 3 straight games. Additionally, this Align SGA has exceeded in 55% of his last 20 games. In over 60% of the games he's played this season, including regular season and the playoffs, as well as Align SGA's exceeded in 2 of his last 3 matchups versus the Indiana Pacers. Now, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and the Oklahoma City Thunder will be facing off against an Indiana Pacers defense that this season was pretty solid overall when it came to defending against their opponent's perimeter. Top 5 in the NBA for fewest 3-pointers made against their defense. However, when it came to defending against the perimeter against opponent's shooting guards, the Indiana Pacers were a lot more average, giving up a fair share amount of 3-pointers per game to the position. Here's the Pacers' defensive numbers against opponent point guards for those of you who want to see that as well. But overall, we expect SGA to have plenty of opportunity to reach this line. Taking a quick look here at his minutes, we see that SGA is getting a solid dose of minutes per game over his last 10 games, near 38 minutes per game. And while he hasn't been shooting the 3 ball as efficiently as we'd like to see him, still near 1.5 3-pointers made per game over his last 10 games, again exceeding this line in his last 3 games. But overall, we do expect SGA to have plenty of time as well as opportunity to reach this line. On his career, SGA has been an improved 3-point shooter this season, over 2 3-pointers made per game, attempting right around 6 3-pointers per game, shooting a very respectable 37.5% from behind the arc. And coming into this game at home for Game 1 of the NBA Finals, we are expecting SGA and the Oklahoma City Thunder to come out aggressive and protect their home court. So for all these reasons, we'll be taking SGA for more than 1.5 3-pointers made. Now before we get into our next picks, for those of you guys who are wisely betting with Underdog as well, we want to share with you a couple of plays that we thought had a great chance of hitting, and that is Tyrese Halliburton for lower than 0.5 double-doubles, as well as Chet Holmgren for lower than 0.5 double-double. And if you guys like making picks on the traditional PRA stats, but also want to have access to making picks on whether or not a player will get triple-doubles or even double-doubles or not, click our link in the description below and sign up for Underdog using code BETBLITZ, because when you do, you'll receive a free pick as well as 1,000 in bonus cash. And right now, Underdog has been going absolutely insane with all their free picks, discounted player props, and promos that they are dropping as gifts in your lobby on a day-to-day basis. Make sure you guys are locking these in so you guys aren't leaving any money on the table. And again, if you aren't already on Underdog, sign up using code BETBLITZ, claim your free pick and bonus cash, and trust us, your profits will increase. Now for our next play, we'll be under the rebounds plus assists tab, and this time we'll be taking Chet Holmgren for less than 11 rebounds plus assist. Now taking a quick look here on Outlier, we see that this aligned Chet Holmgren has actually failed to exceed in 6 of his last 10 games, including in 5 straight games. Additionally, this aligned Chet Holmgren has failed to exceed in 12 of his last 20 games, as well as in near 60 of the games he's played this season, again falling below this line in 5 of his last 5 games. Now, Chet Holmgren and the Oklahoma City Thunder will be facing off against an Indiana Pacers defense that this season was pretty below average overall when it came to defending against their opponent's rebounds plus assists, giving up a fair share amount of rebounds and assists to their opponents overall. And when it came to defending against the opponent's center position, the Indiana Pacers were right around the same, giving up a fair share of rebounds plus assists. However, Chet Holmgren is not your traditional center, posting up on the block. A lot of his play does come on the perimeter. Again, he's gone under this line 5 straight games, and coming into this game, we aren't expecting him against a fast-paced Indiana Pacers offense to reach this line. Taking a quick look here at his minutes, we see that Chet Holmgren is getting a solid dose of minutes over his last 10 games, over 30 minutes per game. However, his minutes have not necessarily translated to an increase in his overall rebounds plus assists. Additionally, on the season, Chet, in the limited games he did play, was still below this line, and in the year before when he did play much more games, even lower overall, and coming into this game falling below this line multiple times in his past few games, and playing against a fast-paced Indiana Pacers defense, we aren't expecting Chet Holmgren to exceed this line. So for all these reasons, we'll be taking Chet Holmgren for less than 11 rebounds plus assists. Now, before we get into our next game, if you guys have been on PrizePicks or any other DFS apps, or even sports betting just in general, you know that line bumping is a huge problem, and that is why we want to introduce you to Epic Fantasy. This is an incredible platform where you can make picks on lines that never get bumped, so the lines that you see at the beginning of the day are exactly the same at the end of the day. And one of the things that we really love about Epic is your ability to play head-to-head versus opponents from the platform, whereas on other DFS apps or regular sports betting, you are facing off against the house. On Epic, you face off against other users, whether head-to-head or in a tournament setting, and this means that you can win your slips even if you miss multiple picks. And when you win on Epic, you win big. They have incredibly high payout boosts that they just recently raised again, and if it couldn't get any better than that, Epic is providing you guys with a nice little deposit match when you guys use code BLITZ. So if you guys like having line consistency, you like the idea of winning slips even when you miss multiple plays, and you like getting high payout boost when you win your picks, click our link in the description below and sign up for Epic, and make sure to use code BLITZ to claim your nice deposit match. And trust us, we know you guys will love Epic as much as we do. And now for our third pick, we'll be under the field goals made tab, and this time we'll be selecting Tyrese Halliburton for more than 6.5 field goals made. Taking a quick look here on Outlier, we see that this aligned Tyrese Halliburton has exceeded in 6 of his last 10 games. Additionally, this aligned Tyrese Halliburton has exceeded in 55% of his last 20 games, as well as in over 50% of the games he's played this season, including regular season and the playoffs. And over his last 5 games, this is a line Tyrese Halliburton has exceeded in 3 of 5 games. Now, Tyrese Halliburton and the Indiana Pacers will be facing off against a very solid Oklahoma City Thunder defense. This season ranked top of the league in defending against opponent field goal percentage, allowing one of the lowest field goal percentage from their opponents overall. However, with the stakes of this game being at the highest level in the NBA Finals, and with how far the Indiana Pacers have come, while we aren't expecting them to win this game, we still are expecting them to come out aggressive, starting with Tyrese Halliburton, and for him to have plenty of opportunity to reach this line. Taking a quick look here at his minutes, we see that Tyrese Halliburton is getting a solid dose of minutes per game over his last 10 games, near 35 minutes per game. And one of the things you do like about Halliburton is his high field goal percentage over his last 10 games, over 14 field goal attempts, shooting close to 50% field goal shooting, as well as a very solid 37% from behind the arc on nearly 7 attempts per game over his last 10 games, and again making close to 7 field goals per game. So overall, we do like Tyrese Halliburton to have plenty of time as well as opportunity to reach this line. So for all these reasons, we'll be taking Tyrese Halliburton for more than 6.5 field goals made. If you're new to the channel, take a moment to subscribe and turn on your post notifications so that you can have early access to our picks as soon as we post. and before the lines get bumped. Also, take a moment and hit the like button. We do have a like goal for this video, and if this video gets above 200 likes, we'll be dropping bonus picks in our next video. So take a moment and hit that like button. And again, if the picks in this video weren't enough for you and you'd like access to even more picks, click our link in the description below to gain access to the outlet. These guys are the premier sports betting community, and right now you can gain access to them for 15% off when you use code BLITZ. These guys will get you right, so go give them a look. We thank you for watching, we thank you to all of our channel members, and we'll see you in our next video.